Welcome back to Living in Cape Coral. Dean here with eXp Realty. I got another incredible home to show you here in Southwest Cape Coral. Stay tuned. So today I'm going to be showing you a brand new construction home, which is considered technically Southwest Cape Coral, but it's just on the border of Northwest and Southwest, just south of Embers Parkway. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 2,135 square foot home with a 3-car garage and lots of custom updates throughout the house. I love this house. I think you're going to love it as well. And let's get into it. Let's give you the full tour of this beautiful home. All right, so this is the property we are featuring today. Beautiful home right here in Southwest Cape Coral, just south of Embers Parkway. You got this huge 3-car garage right here with the big driveway, pavers in the front. Pavers also match the back of the house. Looks really nice. Some nice landscaping over here. As always, let me give you a quick tour of this neighborhood. As you can see, there's not a lot of empty land left over here. This area, I mean, looks so different than it did just 5 years ago. You wouldn't even recognize it if you came over here. But there's so much new construction happening here. So you got some nice options, some beautiful homes. Now, I will tell you, this particular home does have some really cool features that not every property out there has. So I'm going to make sure to point these out to you. But the little details also, everything as far as the lights, the paint, garage doors here, everything came out really nice. There's nothing cheap about this house, I will tell you this. Look at that entryway. It's about 14 feet high right there. Very welcoming. And I like what they did here. This little seating area. This is becoming increasingly popular as well, just to have a little seating area up front over here in the shade. They even put a fan up here. I just noticed that. Look at that. So just another place you can sit out and enjoy the weather. All right, let's head inside. All right, well, if you're not already impressed by the outside of the house, you're definitely going to be impressed with the inside. There's a lot of custom features about this whole house that I like. And this one is actually furnished. So it gives you an idea of what it looks like with furniture in there. Now, the furnishings, they're not included, but they might be negotiable. This is not my listing. This is listed by another agent. And I absolutely love this house. So I wanted to feature this property on my page, my YouTube channel. So I hope you guys like this house because it's definitely got some cool features. But before we get into the living room, let me just show you the room here to the left as soon as you walk in. This would be your 4th bedroom. It does have the shelving in there already. It's got the blinds already. Notice how tall that window is. Got a lot of natural light in here. It's definitely on the smaller side for a bedroom. It can be used for an office as well. But to put a king-size bed in there is definitely going to be difficult. So you can see with this floor plan, and a lot of times it's hard to imagine this or envision this when you're doing these tours to see what it looks like with the furniture. So I like that they put the furniture in here. And this gives you somewhat of an idea of the size of this location, the living room, I should say. And then, of course, you have this built-in TV enclosure. I think that came out awesome. Very, very unique. Got a lot of storage there. I believe that's a 75-inch TV, but it looks small on this wall. This is a big room. This is also tall ceilings. You got these tray ceilings. Those go up, I would want to say, probably about 14 feet at least. And then goes into the kitchen. You're going to notice a lot of the same type of cabinetry on the kitchens as you've seen on the TV enclosure. Got this large kitchen island, quartz countertops, waterfall island. Let me know what you think about these floors. They're throughout the whole house, so there is no carpeting anywheres. And then you have this area over here. It's really nice having this extra storage over here. It's they put in an ice maker. You get an extra fridge right there. There's an extra sink. Love this backsplash. Then This is your coffee station right here. The coffee maker is included. These coffee stations have become increasingly more and more popular. And you've got extra storage over here for your wine bottles. Just ties really well with the rest of this kitchen. I also like these floating lights here. Came out really nice. Stainless steel appliances. And then those are cabinets all the way to the top. So you got a lot of extra storage. And if you're wondering how to open it, just push it. It's one of those situations. 36-inch cooktop. I really like this right here. That came out really nice. For your spices, you got two of them actually. I know some people will really appreciate that. And this is your view as you're washing the dishes or cooking a meal. Here's your dining room over here, overlooking your pool. Just a beautiful kitchen, goes really well. Now, before we go into any of the bedrooms or the bathrooms, I actually want to show you the laundry room, but here's another extra feature right here. Just something nice to have by the door. Guess what you would put in there? Shoe rack. And they didn't cheap out. You know, they really put the quartz countertops even on top up here. So they're everywhere. Goes in really well. But here is your laundry room. They're including this washer and dryer. It's the front loaders. They got them stacked. You got lots of storage space over here. You got a sink, of course. But again, it did this wood type cabinets, and I'll tell you, it goes really well. You would think that this type of feel is outdated, but it's making a huge comeback, and it doesn't look outdated. It looks more modern than ever because of how they're able to tie it in with the rest of the house. And this washer and dryer works really well too. I love what they picked out over here. And then, of course, you got 8-foot doors throughout the house. Here's your garage. There will be epoxy flooring installed still. This house was just listed, well, depending on when you're watching this video. At the time of recording, this house was technically listed just yesterday. It is listed for $750,000. It's on a dry lot. All right, so you've seen the laundry room, you've seen the kitchen, the living room, the dining room. Let's get into some of the bedrooms and the bathrooms. Now, here's a little built-in feature right here that I really, really like. Boom, right there. Extra storage. These built-ins are making a comeback, and I'm a big fan of that. All right, so let's start off with this bedroom over here. This is your first guest bedroom. Definitely a good size. You can easily fit a king-size bed in here if you wanted to. And of course, you got the blinds over there. And again, I like what they did over here. They didn't cheap out. They put the quartz right here by the window. It just ties in really well with the rest of the house. That's a pocket door, sliding door that goes into the bathroom. So you have a full-size bathroom option right here. And here's your closet for all the built-ins. Again, these came out really nice. You got a lot of storage space. And this is one of those pocket doors that hides. And you got a fan. Again, I point out these things because not every builder puts in a lot of these features. So when I do see them, I want to make sure to point them out because they're worth mentioning. Again, 8-foot doors, and then you got the outlet right there for your TV, so you can mount it. It's ready to go. Here's your first bathroom, full-size bathroom with stand-up shower. And again, ties in really well with the rest of the house. Oh, look at that. It's a little area for your towels. Of course, it's got the glass doors. Let me know what you think about this tile. I think it looks great. Came out really, really nice. Love these colors. Here's your second bedroom. This one's a little bit smaller than the one we just came out of. This one is facing the pool. The closet is also a little bit smaller. You can still get a queen size bed in here, but a king size might just overdo it. And I think I missed something over here. Wait a second. Look at that. There's extra storage right here. I did not notice the first time I walked through this house that it had that. Again, big fan of this. They're using up every space available for your storage needs, and that will come in very, very handy. Here's your pool bath, your second full bath. The vanity is a little bit bigger on this in this bathroom because the bathroom is just the way it's positioned. You got a little bit more room for the vanity. Still a good size walk-in shower. And then they use the same tile in here, so it goes really well. The black hardware came out really nice. I've been noticing more of the gold being used recently as well. And then there's your door out to the pool. So we'll go back out this way. All right. So let's head out into the master bedroom. And then we'll show you the outside. Master bedroom is definitely a good size. No problem getting king size bed in here. And if you watch my videos and you've been paying attention to some of these homes coming in the market, you're noticing that there's been some of these homes where they have these lights right here kind of dangling from the ceiling. I like what they did here. They mounted them to the wall instead. So you can actually still have a nightstand and have another set of lights there if you wanted to. But with those dangling lights kind of get in the way if you want to have another light over there. I forgot to turn on these lights. There we go. All right, very bright in here. All right, so this is new, and I really like this. This came out really nice. Now, I think what would have even made this even better was if they put some sort of like barn door right here. But regardless, this came out really nice. You got a big walk-in closet right here, lots of storage space. And I like what they put here, the mirror. When you're getting ready, you know, you want to take a look at how you look. Got more storage right here on the center island. Yeah, so that came out nice. Here's your private toilet. And yes, there is an outlet behind the toilet. So if you wanted to plug in your phone, or if you wanted to plug in a bidet, which technically you don't need to plug in a bidet because they have the ones that hook up just to the water, you have that option. So you have a sink on this side and lots of space, lots of countertop space, and you got another one on this side. I like what they did here. Instead of having lots of glass doors over here, you got privacy. So as you're taking a shower, you know, there's actually a shower. As you walk in, you got this tub in the middle, and you got a shower on the right side. And on the left side. And so as you're showering, nobody can see unless they come in the shower. I really like this setup. It came out really, really nice. I'm a big fan of it. And of course, you got extra storage right here. Of course, it's the same. Let's see. Look at that. Storage galore throughout this house. Even a little section on top up there that you can store something. So again, no basements in Florida. So If you can get the extra storage, take it. It's always a big plus. All right, so let's head out to the backyard and check out this pool. This is a very unique pool. First time seeing something like this. And of course, these windows and doors are impact windows. So you don't have to worry about shutters. Your insurance is also going to be less expensive with these type of windows and doors. And they slide all the way open. Look at that. All right, so you do have the blinds already that are installed that come with the house. Again, a lot of small little details that really add value and to justify the price point at $750. I think at this price point, this property, because of the location and the features, is probably going to move fairly quick. But I could be wrong. Let's see. The market will speak for itself. All right, so huge lanai. And they did something different here that I want to point out. All right, so of course you got this section over here that is essentially almost always covered over here, and a lot of times you get shade here. Now it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and this house has western exposure, so you are going to notice around 7-8 o'clock tonight, probably actually 8:30 or so, you're going to notice the sunset here. So that's the nice thing about western exposure. So there's that pool bath over there, and they took the entire length of the back of the house and put in this screen enclosure. Again, didn't waste any room back here. But let me point out something that they're different that I really like. Let me also point out these pavers. They got the hints of browns in there. And again, it goes really well with the rest of the house. So you got your sink, your countertop over here, preparation area. Also got another fridge out here. Mind you, there's 2 more fridges inside the house as well. But what they did is they took this grill and put it out here. Now, why I like that is you don't need a hood. You don't need a fan or anything like that because it kind of just vents out. So I think this was a nice decision by the builder. And it came out really well. Love the little stonework throughout here. All right. Now, let's head out to the pool. Look at what they did here. This entire section right here is like a little play area. It's only about 7 inches or so deep. And you can sit here, and they even put in little details such as these little holes. We can put these umbrellas in, and you can sit out here under the shade, keep your feet wet, and still stay cool on a hot, warm day like this. And right now, it's probably around 94 degrees, but I don't mind it. I'm not even breaking a sweat, believe it or not. You get used to this weather. And you got the jacuzzi, of course. Big plus right there. That's typically about a $20,000 upgrade, just to let you know. So if you do see a jacuzzi in the house, $20,000 upgrade. Nice size pool over here. You got a little steps to the side, little details. And then I love these little stone that they added as an accent throughout on the sides of the entire pool. And of course, you got this panoramic screen. It's completely enclosed. You got this huge area over here for sitting. Of course, you have an outdoor shower. Look at the size of this space. It's perfect for entertaining. You can see there's new construction happening everywhere throughout Cape Coral. This area is still growing like crazy. There's a lot of money being moved in this area. A lot of new construction. A lot of beautiful homes to choose from. So this also has a pool heater and a saltwater system. It's ready to go, and you can see they extended the walkway over here with the pavers, so it's easier to get to this equipment. And then your AC is towards the back over there. Well, I kind of lied. I broke a little bit of a sweat, as you can see from being outside there. It does get a little hot in the summertime. This is considered off-season in Cape Coral or in Florida in general. We don't get as many vacationers down here. But I remember before I moved down here, I'd still come here in the summer. I didn't really know the difference between on-season and off-season. But on-season down here is typically from like the end of November through about April. So where the temperatures are typically, in the 80s, it's not as hot, but you kind of pick your battles, right? In that time of the year, the pool's also not that hot. So you really want to have a pool heater, which this house does have that. It's typically like an additional $6,000 upgrade just to get the pool heater. So it's nice that the house already has it. At this price point, I would kind of expect it to have this, but seeing all these extra features with this home, it does really justify the price. It's a beautiful home with the square footage just under 2,150 square feet, the 3-car garage as well. So lots of unique features with this property. So I hope you like this house as much as I do. And again, it's being built in a very desirable growing area just south of Northwest, which is just south of Embers. And this is where the 7 Island project is also being built, which hopefully they're going to start building that very, very soon. It's a big project. It's going to add a tremendous value to this entire location. And as always, thank you for watching. If you have any additional questions about this property or any other real estate here in Cape Coral, give me a call today. Have a great day.